And welcome to the Hot Seat of College Football Show. I am Trent, your host, as today I wanted to do a reaction video. We have not done a reaction video in a while, and I wanted to do it on the Arthur Smith interview that just came out today, as this is for Ohio State. It's kind of our first interaction with Arthur Smith. I have not watched it, so this will be a first-time reaction for me. It's about 10 minutes long. It's kind of more like 18. Don't know if we'll watch all 18, maybe only watch around 10 minutes of it. But yeah, before we get into this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 230. We are 3 away, so if you want to help us get there, that would be amazing. And if you enjoyed today's show, it would mean the world to me if you guys hit the like button. Videos that get likes and videos that get a bunch of comments and subscribers and a lot of interaction from you guys get promoted way more than videos that don't. So if you want to help grow the channel, leave a comment down below or like today's show. But let's hop over to this. I want to react to this again. Have not reacted to this yet, so this will be my first time reaction. So
yeah, guys. All right, we'll start with Coach Smith.
Arthur, what made you want to come to Ohio State?
Well, there's several factors. First, most importantly, was the respect I have for Coach Day when he reached out.
Money.
We had a good conversation and came down here and spent some time with him. I just kind of weighed my options, and I'd had such a good experience with some of the players that have come through here that I've gotten the privilege to coach. So I was intrigued. Kind of weighed my options, and
I'm trying to think what Ohio State offensive players have come through Atlanta or Pittsburgh. I obviously know the defense. I mean, Will Howard, but Will Howard didn't play last year, so I don't really know who he's taught. I don't really know any recent Steelers or Falcons on offense that he would have coached before.
Talked to a lot of people.
Maybe you guys tell me that.
Including Mike Vrabel, who's a great Buckeye, who's a great friend of mine. It just made sense.
But they had a really good offense last year. Something you've been thinking about for a while.
Not really. Just kind of trying to weigh my options. The way the season ended abruptly, and obviously Coach Tomlin stepped away, and we had just been in the playoffs, so it kind of hits
also,
you fast.
I mean, I don't know if he had it at the end of his career at the Steelers. I do kind of miss the handlebar. Maybe without the handlebar will make him better, but I definitely think he looked better with the handlebar mustache.
But Coach Day was awesome. Getting a couple of days, kind of weighed it, everything, talked to people, and really just excited to get an opportunity. Something different.
They had a really good offense here last year, but they did struggle in certain areas like short yardage, red zone. I'm sure Coach Day's talking to you about that. What are your plans to kind of elevate that?
Yeah, I think every year, even if you've had a great year statistically in certain categories.
So at least what I've heard, it does sound like we're going to be seeing a lot of 11 personnel, which that means 11. The first number is, I'm trying to, because there's 11. The first number is how many running backs. The second number is tight ends. Yeah. So 11 personnel means you have 1 running back, 1 tight end, which means 3 receivers, which means that's what we've been looking for, because what happened last year in short yardage where we only have Jeremiah or only Jeremiah and Carnell, or they're bunched up, or like, if you want to help run the ball, you got to spread them out, because we were not good in the trenches enough to do that. So hopefully when we do it, it'll be better when he's helping us, better than when Brian Hartline was doing it, plus another year experience of doing it. But it also seems like for the most part we will be in 11 personnel, which is great for Jeremiah.
Categories. I mean, you've got to look for constant.
If you wanted Jeremiah to win a Heisman, that's how you do it.
There's an evolution too. You don't want to get stale. It's obviously coming in new. They've had a lot of success here. We've got a lot of returning players.
Yeah. Sorry, I keep pausing. But yeah, the thing you want to help get Jeremiah to win a Heisman, or raise his draft stock as much as you can. He's already raised it enough. If you want to help him get some more single coverage, it's almost like you got to run the ball, make him load the box. If you can run the ball well up the middle, which we weren't great at it last year, if you can do that well, which hopefully he can help, Arthur Smith can help us with, and Tyler Bowen in his second year can help us with, it'll allow Jeremiah to be on one-on-one, which allows those deep shot plays.
So you're kind of evaluating everything and things that you want to implement, things that you want to obviously keep that they've done really well, and try to enhance. So, and that's
your last chance to disappear until summer. And
oh my God, dude. YouTube ads have been so bad. They're all AI slop.
About the college calendar,
AI slop. I can't.
With the players, and you get these opportunities in spring ball and a lot of time to prepare. And there's a constant
spring game, April 18th. Be there. I'll be there. I'll be filming. If you want to be in an interview for the spring game, show up.
Obviously, there's a lot of new players here. And then, talking about the incoming freshmen and guys that can help us.
What was your biggest challenge getting up to speed, so to speak? You know what I mean? As far as
sure.
the
Yeah,
change.
I mean, that's the little bit of thing you pride yourself. We're always talking to players about, growing, having that growth mindset, getting out of your comfort zone. And for me, it was a good challenge of where I'm at in my career.
Nothing.
That are rookies, and then I had Aaron last year, who's my age.
Okay, I don't really care about
fun
it.
to work with.
I want to hear what we're talking about Ohio State.
Yeah, I didn't know him, really well personally. We had crossed paths. I've talked to him the last couple of years, coming through here on Pro Day. Obviously knew a lot of people that had played for him or worked with him, and had a lot of mutual admiration from afar.
How much did you talk with Will Howard about this?
I talked to Will a good amount. I talked to Justin, Jack, guys that have played here. Mike Vrabel, Vrabel didn't obviously play here for Ryan, but he knows Ryan really well, and kind of getting the whole picture. I mean, I know from afar because I love the history of this game.
Again,
I understand.
This is the first interview with Arthur Smith, so a lot of this is talking about. I want to hear what Arthur Smith is going to do for the team, not about his backstory. Okay, this is big.
Studying from afar, and I haven't been here very long, but just kind of doing my research. And I always look at, you don't go to Ohio State if you don't welcome those expectations. And it's the same thing in the NFL. The expectation to win every Sunday, and you love that challenge as a competitor, and it's kind of what gets you going as a coach.
What's the process like?
I've never seen that happen before.
What's that?
Can I ask you, did you go back and review the Indiana and the Miami games to see what the situation was with that?
I watched all the games from last season. Just got here, had nothing but time. You're moving here, you're in transition.
Well, I would like him to. I get that. That's the right answer. But I would like if I could have a perfect answer for him to say, it's I saw how trash the play calling was. We're gonna fix that. That's what I would like.
I got nothing but time on my hands right now to dive
I wonder
in,
if Day's coaching's already got to him.
Obviously, there's a lot of things that you're looking at. Just
how to say
schematically.
Talk for 18 minutes
some of the
without
things
saying
you're talking about
anything.
Adapting to the college game, absolutely.
I assume it's hard for a coordinator to call plays if it's not getting blocked properly up front. It just seemed like that game was a struggle with pass. And I'm not talking to you about that game. Just what can you guys do, you and Coach Bowen, to get that figured out and get that back where it needs to be?
Yeah,
well,
talk
there's a lot of
shit.
things. I mean, you're looking at it, and it's a new year, right? We've got great depth in the O-line room.
Okay.
A lot of things.
It is a new year, but also it's the same offensive linemen. I don't know.
You look at,
I'm trying to sell
after
myself
action,
on
even
this
when
hire
you,
right now.
Win big games, you need to go back and look at it with a critical eye, because there's sometimes you look at things that kind of got away with something, or a player makes a play kind of off schedule. So
big
you look
dude
at
in the back.
everything.
Is that
You want to be
James Smith?
fundamentally sound. That's across the board.
I don't recognize that.
We're always looking to improve. We
That
know we
dude
got a lot
look-
of
is that
work ahead of
K-Mac?
us before we kick
I know
off
Pro
start
Day's
the
coming
season.
up. I can't
There's a
tell.
constant evaluation. I mean, whether
The guy in the
you
gray
win or
shirt.
lose, you really need to objectively look at yourself, and that's kind of the nature of the job if you want to do it right.
You talked about having February to spend all that time and get rolling. You've been a new coach in multiple spots, and you're reviewing. What's the first thing you're looking for? I know you said it's a lot of things, but when you turn on that tape first time,
I think that is K-Mac. Maybe Peyton
Just
Pierce.
looking for the personality of the players that are coming back. You're getting a feel for it. What they've been running. Where you think the skill sets are. I mean, some of it's obvious. I mean, you know the talent level from afar, but you're looking at it comparatively to your top competition. So really, it was looking at the guys that we have coming back.
Oh no, it's Caden Curry.
Kind of learning the schemes, what they've been taught, what they ran a lot of, like what were their kind of go-to. I mean, there's a lot going on, and you try to be objective and not rush to judgment. I mean, that's easy to sit back. I wasn't here, and you can get cynical or get too critical, and that's kind of the easy thing to do. But just
sucked.
Purpose was to get a feel for what they know. Really,
Yeah, not really saying
playing
much.
and then coaching, and there's very few jobs. I mean, not too many jobs where you feel the highs and the lows like this, and it gives you you wish you could still play. I mean, some guys like Aaron, they play to their 40s.
Definitely a very different energy from Patricia. Patricia was a lot more upbeat than him, but also Arthur Smith has kind of been criticized for a long time. But I mean, so was Patricia. It sounded like the players really embraced Patricia early on. Maybe he has not been embraced like everybody
those
else,
guys are outliers,
or like
but
Patricia,
there's nothing like
everybody
it.
else.
I like to teach. I love the game. Love the strategy.
This is
and,
from 11
so maybe,
Warriors.
it's not
So
for the
if you want to watch
well-adjusted.
this interview on your own,
So maybe
go
I'm not
check out 11
well-adjusted.
Warriors.
In Pittsburgh last year, you guys had a really even split between 11 personnel and multi-tight
Okay.
end packages.
This is big.
How do you determine that distribution? Is it a week-to-week thing, like matchup-based, or is it more on the personnel you have?
Your roster can change, obviously, as you guys know. We've got a great depth at wideout, too. So,
Hey, if you want to get rid of your beer belly in time for summer, check this out. Hey, Dr. Drew.
Bro,
do celebrities
different years.
Dude, these YouTube ads crack me up. Like, I've been getting a lot, like, it's all AI slop. It's, like, wildly inappropriate, or it's, like, drugs. Like, Blue Chew, or, like, Zen. Just crazy
Depends
YouTube
on,
ads.
where the strength
Crazy
of your
YouTube
team
ads.
is. I mean, my first year in Atlanta, we had some games and we were down some wideouts, and your job is to problem solve. They don't care on the other side. And
Was Drake London there?
we had a
when he was
2-minute
at
drive
Atlanta?
against Miami in 21. I think
so.
we called
Like, I don't
fast
think Drake
23
London's
personnel. Where we had Lee Smith. Most of you guys probably don't know. I think he told me it was his first time he's ever in 2-minute. He kind of just, and the lessons I learned from my old man. He was an old Marine in Vietnam, and you do the most of what you got. And so I've done it that way. And we had Kyle Pitts and Cordell Patterson basically split out as your Z and the X, and we went down and won the game that way. And then obviously, if you've got a room, you may be in a little more 11. And so that's
you better be in 11.
Like dealing with a college player. He feels like a veteran to me.
What stood out about being around Jeremiah?
I mean, obviously, I've seen him on film and heard a lot about him, but getting to know him, I'm just really impressed with his mindset. I mean,
Going from Pittsburgh to Jeremiah Smith.
College player.
He also got George Pickens.
To me. He's
well, he didn't personally trade him away, but still.
What I appreciate about him is he's got great humility for somebody.
I don't know. Is Jeremiah Arthur Smith proof? Because he really made DK Metcalf and George Pickens look very pedestrian. So I don't know. I don't think they will let him do it.
Success he's had.
We'll see. We'll see.
You
Mike Tomlin also
he's a
made
unique
him look
weapon,
pedestrian.
but he's a great person. I've enjoyed my conversation with him and just trying to help him expand his game, because I think the potential is limitless.
You said that Julian can handle a lot.
Yes.
When you were getting to know him and getting to watch this film, how does that stand out? What does that look like?
Well, what you're going to ask him to do, how you may want to package things, or if you got a player that can handle that, assuming that.
I mean, for Jared, I know Julian didn't start that first year. But for every year for the past 3 years for Julian and Jeremiah, they've been under a different OC. It was Chip Kelly, Brian Hartline, now Arthur Smith. That's rough.
You're evaluating that.
That's not easy.
What you're putting on his plate, it's one thing if he can do it all, but if the other guys can't handle it,
that's Caleb.
Well, then you're kind of wasting your time.
It's weird seeing players that are
really allows you to package things, and there's a lot of things that's pretty common. I mean, I imagine there's several colleges that may get to it differently with signals, and I know it's changed now because they've got the quarterback communicator from those big signs and the people on the highlighter things that's kind of gone away. But things you're trying to assess, and that's the game, the chess game you're playing on Sundays. You get coordinators, and obviously Coach Patricia's here. I mean, those are the daily chess matches, which obviously helps him, and his goals and aspirations at the next level.
Yeah, he said that quarterbacks, like you just mentioned, you had rookies, you had Rodgers who's your age. Do you want them to have more responsibility at the line of scrimmage, or you maybe more?
No, I would like them to. Yeah, absolutely, because it allows you a lot more flexibility. You're trying to take advantage of what the defense is giving you.
So then how
Question
can
is
a better
that?
quarterback maybe entice you versus like they were breaking into brand new starting quarterback here?
AP voter guy.
No, because I enjoy it. It's just seeing guys at different points of the coaching. Maybe it's the depths of something. I mean, it shows up a lot in the NFL. The 2 minutes different. Your tempo package is there. We've done plenty of on the ball. We've had different variations of it where it's not just everything's on the quick. You have different packages you may take in. I think for sure tempo is great when you get to that point where you can package it and you've got different.
I think that's kind of always going to say.
Correct. Well, I think as a coach, but that's why, when you have your unit meetings.
I do like the hat. It's a new hat, but
you understand there's a lot that goes on in that job besides just coaching on the field.
I think what that interview was kind of getting to know him. He didn't say much. He didn't really say anything. At least anything that we didn't already know. We know he's going to do the 11 personnel again. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys right now. I might make a video later tonight after I get off of work. Just want to kind of release it since I saw this come out earlier. I think Ryan Day also is doing a press conference, so maybe I'll do another one of these tonight about Ryan Day. But again, that's all I have for you guys tonight. I will see you guys all at least later today. I'll see you guys later, and as always, thank you.